Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Triaxx2. As you can see, there's now a new waypoint called Quarry, way over there, 600 and some odd blocks away. And the reason it's there is because during the break I created a track layer cart, grabbed a chest cart and a mine cart out of storage, and spent an awful lot of, I see you zombie, wrong thing, that's what I want, created an awful lot of track in order to completely, ow, missed it. That wasn't lag, that was just me being missing, badly. And created a track that runs the entire distance from this warehouse, or this future warehouse. I'm gonna have to. I also created some thuamcraft stuff while I was waiting, so I'm gonna suck all the power out of this node. Alright, we're gonna let this node recharge. We're gonna let this node recharge because we actually need a better wand. Well, okay, what I want is a staff. But what we need is a better wand so we can start moving those together, or collecting them rather, in jars. But this warehouse is now completely connected via rail. So I won't go the whole distance, but we jump in this rail cart. You know what? It's the wrong way. It doesn't actually really make much difference right now because there's no trains running. And incidentally, sorry about that. This is the train. Oh, there we go. Yeah. It takes a little bit of loading in. Hope you can't hear the TV in the background again. It's loud. This part of the tunnel is dark, but this is going to be a cargo train line, so it's not really, doesn't really matter. The train doesn't care if it's dark or not. And anything that happens to spawn in and wander onto the tracks, well, it's going to end up as train track pizza. It doesn't quite have the same ring as street pizza. But I got the entire train set up, went the entire distance with it. And it's 2 lanes, so it's actually, right now, it is actually one massive loop. I've also actually gone and set up the quarry itself. And yeah, grab this. Oop. Oh, I have any food on me, great. One thing we have done, however, is updated to Mechanism version 9. And it has quite a few new things. Unfortunately, a fair number of them are actually part of the Minecraft generator. Why am I saying Minecraft? The Mechanism Generators mod. And that's not one that we have installed. Well, the funny thing about mechanism generators is that unless you need to jumpstart the mechanism fusion reactor ball of doom thingy, you have no reason to generate the kind of power that mechanism generators can provide. It's generators such as the fusion reactor itself. I could swear I had that research. I should. Yeah, I have master node tapping and node preserver. not normal wood and iron, but this is a gold-banded great wood wand. It should not be drawing those to 0, and I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing that. It'd be a bug report if this were still the active Minecraft version. But yeah, as you can see, the track goes the entire distance from the warehouse all the way up to the quarry. And for right now, it's like I said, it's whoop, jetpack. Yeah, I don't like to fly, but being able to shoot up, straight up and down like that, that's beyond amazing. So this is a max-size Buildcraft quarry. Yeah, I see you there, Mr. Creeper. Multiple creepers. Okay, that's fine. I have the tools to deal with all of you. I've done a little bit of thuamcrafting and built unnecessarily, or unusably at the moment, focal manipulator. Now it's unusable at the moment because I don't have the energized nodes to power the thing, which is why I was set up to went to all the effort to find out about how to move nodes with water jars. Now, it's possible to move a node with a mechanism cardboard box. Unfortunately, it doesn't work correctly. Each biome tends to generate a specific type of node. Wait, you know what? Pears? I can't harvest the pears. Alright, there was an apple tree off this way, I think. Anyway, each biome generates a specific type of node. So you'll, we're in normal mode, so it won't kill me, but it will be really annoying. Ah, here we go. Right. Right, stop hurting me, thank you. Right. But every time you set down a node, a thuamcraft node out of a mechanism, mechanism cardboard box, the node regenerates as if it were a brand new node in that biome. Gourd gardens are not really the best because you keep getting pumpkins, and pumpkins are not directly edible. Winter squash is. But do I have a juicer? Do I have pumpkin juice? No. Oh, I'd have to find a berry bush. Alright, anyway. The, Brain. Hey, Brain, you want to turn on for a second here? Oh, apple. Ah, apples I can make. There's apples, I can make apple juice. That'll sustain me until I get home. Pick. Thank you. Apple juice. Right, they act as if they were generated by WorldGen. And so there's a turn it on. This Ignis Terra node up here. This Ignis Terra node up here would regenerate into something completely different if you try and move it with a mechanism cardboard box, which is typically fine, except when you're trying to collect them all. The last thing you need is to have the only order node you found for 1,000 blocks suddenly turned into a Perdicio node because it regenerated as if it were brand new. What you want to do is utilize node stabilizers and warded jars. I think I have to break the bottom block here to... Are you fire and air? Fire, air, and earth. Great. Lovely. Earth, fire, and air. That's amusing. Game's very laggy at the moment. I'm not quite sure why. I suspect it might be the upgrade to Mechanism 9. I gasped there, because the last thing I want to do is fall down that stupid ravine right now, especially while I'm trying to record. But we happen to have new Mechanism tanks. These are now basic gas tanks, and they hold somewhat less, so I actually lost some hydrogen here, which is fine, because hydrogen is not exactly a difficult thing to come by. But we have fancy new textures on our factories. Sorry, I worked earlier today, and so I'm a little exhausted. A precision sawmill, an enrichment chamber. I don't think I'll ever actually upgrade the enrichment chamber, because all it really does is create compressed items for this. Now, this is the basic infusing factory, because we now have a factory version of the metallurgic infuser, which is awesome. It means I can do a whole bunch of things at once. I also made a carpenter from forestry, because 3 slabs and some creosote oil make 1 wooden rail tie. Now, normally that's 1 bucket, but in the carpenter it's only 0.7. It's only 3/4 of a bucket, and so you get a lot more ties for your creosote. Which sounds weird. And this is a Buildcraft Auto Workbench. It makes wooden rail beds when it has the ties. And then this is another one that makes tracks when it has rail beds and standard rails. And this is how I made all of the tracks necessary to build that rail line all the way out there. Yeah, so it was kind of a long trip, but for thuamcraft, I've actually made this, which is the focal manipulator, and this is the thing that would allow me to, say, empower my lightning, my shock focus, wand focus of shock here, and I'd be able to take that, and annoyingly, there's no way to open the focus pouch. Sorry, from its bubble slot. But I could take my wand focus shock and make it either cost less or do more damage. But in order to get the V into the focal manipulator, I need to have a thaumaturgy. I need to have a node and a stabilizer with a node transducer on top, and then run that through the V relays, and then I know there's a way to set up a conductive thingy so that you can connect the table to it, but I'm not sure how you do that. Unless I've lost my mind and it's actually just plugging the relay thing into the table itself, which it might be. I have no clue. That's actually a bucket of taint, if I'm not completely mistaken. Right. Some of this stuff, I don't know quite what they do. I did have to make a primal charm in order to make the focal manipulator, and I went ahead and scanned it while I had a hold of it. One focus portable hole is something I don't actually need. I mean, I really liked it, but what we actually need to do is research silverwood wand core, staves, and then purchase a couple of the staves, because I want a reed stave, which will allow me to use that for my lightning focus instead of my gritwood wand. And I'll also get an obsidian staff for digging things out. I have a sneaking suspicion that this is actually a void metal crowbar, but I have yet to reach void metal, and so I haven't the foggiest idea what I'm doing. Right. What was I gonna talk about now? No. So right now, what we need to set up is actually there's no steel at all in here. And that's empty. Okay, so what we need to set up is actually a power system, which the train can take from here to the quarry. Now, in order, hey, let me clean up my inventory just a little bit. What we need to do that is the flux. Come on. A redstone flux cart, which is stupendously cheap. I can actually do that out of the materials I have on hand. But to get power in and out, we require a redstone flux loader and a redstone flux unloader. Now these are easy. These are 3 lead blocks, which, while expensive, are not impossible. I have compacting lead. Oh, no, that's not the one. Yeah, I have 64 lead blocks. I can swing the 6 that I need for the loader and unloader. The problem comes, stop it, with the detector advanced, which is 8 steel around the pressure plate. And that's not even difficult, it's simply time consuming. But you get twice as many rails out of 6 steel ingots as you do out of 6 iron ingots. And so I spent all my steel, all of my steel, making, rails instead of actually using it to make the stuff, so I can get more iron and get more bins. That isn't it. I'm not actually sure how many these store, but it's actually worth a shot now that I look at the recipe. I have everything necessary, I just need to put it together. Huh. Does not say. That's kind of awkward. Wow. That's really kind of expensive. That's really kind of silly. Yeah. Although I suppose instead of you could use that for infinite ore if you run it through the combiner and then back through the start of the process up here. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do a little research and find out exactly how much the various bins can hold. But like I said, what we need is are these flux loaders and unloaders. Redstone should probably be moved into its own compacting drawer, but again, that's something I was trying to save for the yeah, it's the word. Warehouse. I can't talk tonight. I don't know why. I suspect it's because I worked. It's the loader. Okay, there we go. So, flux cart is that. I need another cart. I have a regular cart, yes. There we go. So now I can actually load, power into that's actually fairly neat looking. It doesn't actually seem to have a face. So basically I think I could take my energy cube here and run and power down to the flux loader. I'm gonna move that so I don't interrupt the boiler from there. But basically I'll be able to set this up as part of the train and have it grab the flux cart and run it through. And have it run power basically on the train out to the quarry. And that way the quarry does not have to have its own this is a king slime dagger that I picked up from while killing a king slime over there, and it has its name over it on the item frame, which I find to be okay. Sorry, don't mean to give you guys whiplash, and yet I keep doing it. All right, yeah. Okay, we're almost at the end of the episode here, and I realize I haven't done all that much in this one, but the upgrade to the upgrade to the latest version of mechanism was kind of the big thing that happened. So, why did I grab a helmet? I knew it had a helmet. I saw it having a helmet. That was silly of me. There, chili? A steel chest plate. I'm babbling now. should probably shut up, but, well, I'm recording a video, that's not gonna happen. What I can do, I think, is it takes more of it, but I think I can supplement the steel production with a stack or two of charcoal. I'll have to have a I want to try a chute. I actually made a buildcraft chute when I was attempting to set up that golem farm to rapidly process things. What did I do with it? Oops, there. Buildcraft factory, yeah. Now these were the coolest thing back in the day. And if they're... Yes, it's going to behave itself. Excellent. So it's very, very fast compared to a hopper. And it actually used to be called a hopper. But they changed the name when... Oh, excuse me. Minecraft introduced its own version. So, as to minimize confusion. But it's still incredibly handy. You can put four stacks of items in there, and it will move them very, very quickly. A lot of people stopped using it as soon as the hopper appeared. Yeah, I should probably make some of those. Well, I'll put them in the tower. Yeah. Yeah. What I need to make, now that we've updated, is a gas. I see the gas mask, which needs steel. Delightful. Yeah. Alright. Let's grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops. One. Oh, I have no charcoal. Right. It's not the fact that I'm low on resources so much as the fact that, as it is the fact that I keep forgetting I'm... Don't stand on the tank cart. It makes the world go wibbly. Makes the world go wibbly wobbly. Wibbly wobbly in a timey-wimey ball. Yep, basic enriching factory. Oh, there's now a muffling upgrade. It's kind of expensive, actually. Steel dust and enriched alloy plus glass. However, you can use them to completely silence these machines. Great, we now only get 1/6. Oh, auto sword on. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna have to put another one in there. So, carbon is... Yeah, compressed carbon is apparently only 80 rather than 100, which is kind of really too bad. But we'll be able to... Ah, that's why. But yeah, we'll be able to... Let me grab 2 more iron while I'm here. Can't reach it from here. That sucks. Oh, right. Brain, turn on, please. I don't know what I was talking about. Is this gonna be the right number? Yeah. Okay. So, where did my brain go? What was I doing? Oh, I was making a gas mask. Let's see, we'll need a gas mask and a scuba tank. I know I made some enriched alloy before. Did I? How many did I have left? Okay, I did have enough left. And I do need 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. And 1 redstone. I believe compressed redstone is now now behaves itself correctly, or behaves the same way, giving 80 instead of 100, which is kind of sad because it messes up a lot of the numbers. But I suppose it means that now you can do one stack correctly. Right. So now we can have our steel and have it processed in here. We're going to be making a few muffling upgrades, probably between cameras, off camera. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Now, I don't even know what the purple slot on this smelting factory does, but we're gonna wait for that to finish. Okay, so now we got our steel. We got our control circuits. Jetpack is glass. Gas? Right. 2. Let's see. Make ourselves a couple of glass. Oh yeah, fluid tanks. I don't think I actually lost any oil there. That amuses me. Yeah. Right. Gas mask. And a scuba tank. I got enough for 2. Yeah, I don't really need 2. Right, so let's come over here, and now we have our 8 steel ingots. We can make our second flux thing. We're slowly working our way towards okay, so now we got our flux loader and our flux unloader. We're probably going to use some basic universal cable. I don't know the exact transfer capabilities of the flux loader unloader thingy. It's not mentioned anywhere. I may have to talk to Covert Jaguar about that. Presuming I can figure out how to get hold of him without being a Patreon. Okay, now I'm starting to babble again. But we'll go ahead and use the mechanism cable because I think it looks kind of cool, and because it will actually make the setup more compact. Right. Well, not here, naturally, because this is going to need its own power supply. So if the train comes in here and goes around this loop, because we want it to run the proper American way instead of this great screwy British way. Sorry, there's people that are going to be annoyed that I've said that. Why am I... Here, you're useful. Now that I see it, I could actually, now that I'm looking at it, I could probably use this one to capture some nodes and make my life a lot easier. I may just do that. Right. The very last thing you want to do when setting up your track is to put a corner too close to the loading and unloading. I did, if I didn't mention it before, actually use up the last of the lava in here. And I went to all the effort of covering up the area so it looks nice. I'd probably remove this fence thing and just fill it in. But actually, you know what? I'm gonna do that right now before I forget. Not you. Cool thing about the wand, it can not only dig from a fair distance away, but it can actually mine any. Oops. Stop it. There we go. Aha. Alright, so Big Bang Theory's in the background. I hope you can't hear that, but so this actually holds 75 of HP. I hadn't actually thought of that, but that could get me my charging thing. Be able to set up the you know what? I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I see. Yeah. Alright, so let's let that dissolve. It may make a mess, it may not. You know what? I've gone way over time, but I'm kind of excited to see 2, 3, 4 if this works the way I think it does. Oh, not you. I need the other. I need my other one. Nope. Alright, so what's this? Nope, that wasn't it. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna go and set this up to charge in the extremely broken textured electrolytic separator. I think that's my texture pack doing that, rather than my dumping access. Thank you. There, now it'll fill up my hydrogen tank instead. And alright, I will go off camera and work out what I've done wrong, or what I need to get to connect the tables to a node. Yeah. Alright, this has been Triaxx2, Modded Minecraft. See you next time.